stabilizer is malfunctioning.
Doc! I can hardly steer this thing!
Don't bag it on me, sister. Last time I got it, what even resembled a replacement part from Central, you were still in diapers.
Yeah, your excuses were moldy then.
Take it down a notch, kids. Everybody's taking budget cuts. We're no different.
Mistake you made, boss, was letting them get a five-man crew.
Ancient history, Doc. Get over it.
Oh, hell, to make a bunch of cuts, why didn't they start with Kincaid? I still haven't figured out what he does around here.
What I'm doing is protecting your butt, Jojo.
Oh, is that what you're doing back there? Here, I thought you were studying geography.
Final approach to transport, range 329.
Captain, we're within range.
How did these two-bit hoods kidnap a transport that big? All right, Jojo, get us close. Quietly, Doc.
We're on beam. The screens will be picking us up in 30 seconds.
All right, start radar shrouding, Doc.
You got it, Boone.
Radar shrouding malfunctioning.
Come on.
Please do not strike the equipment.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, we got a problem, all right. No radar shrouding. What else is new?
Oh, they're gonna know we're coming.
Docking maneuver initiated. Docking in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Docking complete.
Transporter atmosphere system still down. Check your breathers.
Hey, boss, without the radar shrouding, we're gonna look like the circus coming to town.
Why you make the big bucks, Doc? Shut up.
Of course were they.
That's all right, Jojo. That's his command and control muscle. He has to exercise it once a month.
Clear.
Airlock breach. Airlock breach. Airlock breach.
All right, heads up.
I sense nothing.
Yeah, well, I don't think ghosts fly transports.
Let's go down and take a look.
At least we're on yellow hazard pay, huh?
Yeah, right. Hazard pay was cut 2 weeks ago.
Oh, great. Now I get my damn butt shut off on straight time.
Iron ore.
Who'd bother stealing this stuff? It's practically worthless. What is it?
We are not alone.
Well, it's gotta be Jojo's ghost, then. I'm not picking up a damn thing on this sounder.
I feel emotions nearby. Tension. Violence.
All right, let's spread out. Doc, you're with me. This is the Federal Space Rangers. We're on an official mission to recover this transport. You are in violation of territorial code. We are authorized to use deadly force if you resist arrest. You are ordered to surrender immediately.
Hey, boss, I hear something. What? I think it's the sound of them shaking in their boots. John, don't let me die. Not a straight time.
You're not going anywhere, Doc. Let's get you out of here.
Don't let me die.
Come on.
Every day I get out of bed on this incredible frontier, I'm reminded of how human beings are human beings no matter where they are.
Sweat him in detention, Kincaid. Yes, sir. Jojo, yo.
Just some cracked ribs. Stay with Doc.
I've got a pilot whose emotions are a mystery. Got a missionary alien on point. A trigger-happy rookie. And a flight engineer who's half robot. Anybody else would call us misfits. But I call us family.
They came out of nowhere. I should have backed off.
You did your job. You got him here alive. Now let us do ours, okay? Settle down. Just relax. Just relax now. Hold on.
Retinal scan, ID positive.
I'll take him. You almost killed one of my men today.
Maybe I just got a thing about Rangers who don't knock.
All right, smart guy. You know that I know no one would bother stealing an iron ore transport unless something else was going on. I want to know what that is.
You and your grandmother.
You really think you're gonna be this smug on a 2-life stretch at Desert Prison 1? You know, where they cook breakfast on the back of prisoners' necks?
Go ahead, cop. Beat me up. That's what cops do, right?
Not this one.
Save the sneer, cop. There isn't anything you can threaten me with that the guy I work for hasn't already thought of. And his arms are a lot longer than yours.
We can protect you.
Yeah. Right.
And I have been expecting an important item in this shipment.
Colonel, what we need gets unloaded first. What we want gets unloaded when there's time.
Captain.
John, Eichert, I'm sorry. How are Doc and JoJo?
Well, they're complaining, so I know they're okay.
I'll see to it. They receive the best care possible. It happens in our work, Captain.
You don't seem to get it, do you, Weiss? My crew and I have taken on whole planets together. Those were 2-bit nobodies, cockroaches, and they got 2 of my people.
Everyone makes a mistake sooner or later, Captain.
Maybe. But I went in there with equipment that doesn't work, an exhausted crew.
Well, perhaps some fresh crew is in order.
Colonel Weiss.
I don't need a fresh crew, Weiss. What I need is support from this office.
Captain Boone. Could you give us a moment, Colonel? That was a nice show.
It's no show. I'm tired of my people getting hurt over some pencil pusher from Central. I'm tired of the pay. I'm just tired.
I know. We all are, Boone. But you've got to learn how to work with people like Weiss.
Who is he? How did we end up with him?
Well, Weiss is a man who fights for what he believes in. Back at Central, he fought with the wrong superior, so now we have him. But he still has connections that we can use, John. That is, if we can refrain from punching him out every time he opens his mouth. The budget cuts are affecting everyone, Boone. I'll do what I can, but I'm asking you to understand that.
This isn't where you're gonna give me my father, the famous explorer who tamed this quadrant with just a toothbrush that don't bitch speeches in.
I don't need to. You've already memorized it.
I am not made of crystal.
What's the trick? How do you stop the pain?
The trick isn't stopping the pain, Kincaid. The trick is not minding it. Just when I thought it wouldn't be possible for you to look any uglier.
Oh, you got no mirror back at your place, Stretch?
Jojo, you got 3 cracked ribs. Go lie down.
Wait, goodbye, handsome.
Goodbye, handsome.
This was a ridiculous setup, Doc. Nobody uses prosthetic arms anymore. I'm gonna requisition Central that they vac grow you a new biological one.
Central? No, no Central, member.
Well, yeah, but we don't do it here.
Central means paperwork, and me and paperwork don't get along. I said don't involve Central, all right?
Don't be silly. It's just an arm.
Mima, come here. Listen to me. Do you know how many times I've been hit? I got a metal heart, I got a polyfoam knee, and I got a synthetic liver. I gotta bribe guys down at Central just so they won't get near my records. What do you think I put up with these crappy replacement parts for? If Central finds out about it, they'll put me out, Mima. They'll retire me. I'll be finished.
What am I supposed to do? Send you back out there with one arm?
Jerry rigged my spare arm.
Your spare arm has never worked right.
Neither have you. Come on, Mima. Just do it, huh?
I had it analyzed. That stolen transport was full of grade 4 ore.
Grade 4 is totally worthless, even for iron.
That means it has to be a cover. And that fits with the shrouder those thugs had. That kind of equipment takes backing. And backing means they were smuggling something else.
We ID'd the dead thugs on board. They all had smuggling rap sheets, XJ.
It's a cute drug, XJ.
I have worked so hard to keep XJ out of Fort Hope sector. If someone is moving XJ through here on ore transports, I want to know about it, and I want you to do whatever you have to stop it.
Captain Bolton. Come here.
I've heard your concerns about more manpower, and I've acted.
Colonel, what are you doing with the gun?
Don't worry. You're very close.
Relax. Relax.
He's a friend. Introduce yourself.
Good evening. I am Encephalitic Biochip Mobile Unit number 162.
Weiss, what is this?
This is the newest in artificial intelligence droids. I'm assigning it to you.
Ah, Mr. Kincaid. How is your father, General Kincaid?
He's fine, thank you.
So he does family trees. Can he do anything useful?
Pilot Thorse, what task would you like me to perform?
Buck. Black.
I like him. We'll call him Ringer, as in dead.
Chief, you got a minute?
What are you thinking?
A droid. That's crazy. It doesn't know us or how we work. It's just a brainy wind-up toy that just traveled a zillion miles to help us make coffee.
Give it a chance. Weiss is trying to offer you something.
An intelligence operative bearing gifts unnerves me.
Well, maybe we can figure out a way to use the droid. Give it a shot.
The ship is lost. All dead except me.
Obviously not everyone, my friend. One of your men is being held in a detention cell, and I will be most unhappy if this Captain Boone should extract information from him.
Too dangerous. Lots of rangers.
I believe that the loss of my transport entails a marker, wouldn't you say? Go.
He's asleep now.
We'll get these guys, Tin Man.
Captain Boone, please report to detention immediately. Captain Boone, please report to detention.
I just don't like the way this smells. That stolen transport? I checked. You dig deep enough, our crime syndicate friend Issachel shows as the owner.
So you think Issachel might have arranged for a fake theft of his own transport for cover? Issachel and XJ. That makes sense, doesn't it? We have the ship in impound, but if we don't come up with something soon, we'll have to give it back.
What's the verdict?
It looks like a suicide.
I don't buy suicide.
Look, once the light locks are activated, no one can get inside the detention cells, not even the guards.
Buy me some time, Chief.
I'll try.
Excuse me, Xylem. I'm picking up high-level UV radiation all over the cell. It's secure. UV is the killer.
Ultraviolet radiation. Why would the killer have that?
Killer was not human.
And what was it?
Be careful in there, you. Hey, Mimmer! Does this guy know what he's doing?
Well, I usually deal with air conditioning ducts, but this shouldn't be too different.
I got your air conditioning duct.
Lift it. Terrific. Solenoid?
Mimmer, get over here.
Maybe I should put in those used components.
Used components? Hey, Jojo, this thing even has its own batteries.
Hey, Mimmer, can't you keep him on tranquilizers for a year or two?
Doc, how you feeling?
I'm feeling just great. I feel like a talking air conditioning duct. How do you think I'm feeling?
Yeah, he'll live, unfortunately.
Remember, that thug that was killed in detention? I need you to help me figure out what did it.
What you got?
UV radiation's all over his cell.
May I suggest you generate a video image from the deceased's brain?
I've never heard of that. Who is this?
It's Weiss's droid. Humor him.
The process is very new and only works under excellent conditions. Simply, when the brain is exposed to massive doses of UV radiation, it sometimes causes electromagnetic image bonding in the short-term memory centers. It may be possible to read that information like a computer chip.
I knew that.
It is done. I owe no more debts to Issachel's house.
My ship still circles Fort Hope in quarantine, along with my shipment. You are not yet finished.
Sure you guys will do just fine without me?
You say so.
Hey, old-timer. How's your nuts and bolts?
My nuts and bolts are just fine, boss. Just stop staring at me, just stop staring at me.
You're looking forward to working with a droid, huh?
I'm looking forward to working with anything that's more metal than me. That's what I'm looking forward to.
It's a pleasure to speak again in my own language, especially with one as articulate as you.
The pleasure is mine, Xylem.
Perhaps we can exchange poetry sometime.
I would enjoy that.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
I was merely recalibrating the speed reckoning function.
Don't you ever touch my gun, pal. Why don't you go get a hairpiece or something? Hey, that's pretty cool. Well, just ask me next time, all right?
Hey, it's nice of you to show up, Tin Man. You can fix the stabilizers before we cartwheel to our next destination.
Bitch, Jojo, you sure do know how to do that.
Consider subbing a lower polarity command circuit to sop up the steering play.
Hey, steel for brains. You get a feedback, wouldn't we?
Not with a grade 9 connector.
Maybe. Are you this good with everybody's job?
What? Hey, Boone! What is the alien who shot Doc? Oh, he's gone. He got into that runabout up the line. He's firing it up.
Strap in, people. We're in a plane with unscheduled cops and robbers.
This is Ranger Slingship 377 requesting code red emergency clearance for takeoff.
Roger, Slingship 377. You're cleared to go.
Daddy's home.
Systems awaiting.
Damn thing's not working already.
Come on, folks. Let's not lose that runabout.
Hey, Ringer. Park that tin can next to me over here, will you?
377 launch. T-minus 3.
Kick it, Jojo. He's getting away.
1.
All systems engaged. Approaching maximum thrust.
377. The suspect runabout has cleared the launch tube and is gaining altitude.
Full thrusters, Jojo. Give it all you got. Come on, Jojo. Catch him. It's just a runabout.
I got him. I got the swine.
Stabilizers malfunctioning.
Damn it. Doc, I'm losing my stabilizers.
Hell,
Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Did you screw anything up, Ringer?
I'm getting a lock on his engines, Boone. Tell me when to disable.
Boosters inoperative.
Where are my boosters?
Back in Central, sweetheart.
Further tracking impossible.
The runabout is out of tracking range.
Damn it!
Doc.
I know.
I bring her a suggestion? I think I was able to retrieve some memory frames. If it works, it'll be the last thing your prisoner saw before he died. It's a little jumbled, but his brain was probably a little jumbled.
That was the alien from the transport. What is he?
It's a Bashad. Don't you guys ever read Mimmer's alien life form reports?
He's right. Rare as they come. Ekar Galaxy. As a race, they have a macromagnetic cell structure which allows their cells to individualize and reconstitute somewhere else. UV radiation fuels their nervous system. I never thought I'd live to see one.
The Ekar Galaxy is notorious for smugglers.
And that same smuggler was on a stolen ship owned by Issago. I want to talk to Issago.
John, nobody wants to nail Issago more than I do, but his money has made him untouchable in our sector. If you're going to lean on him, please do it carefully, so I don't have to cover your behind.
Hey, boys. Time long?
Fade away, cop.
We'd like a moment with the big boy.
Yeah, well, you and everyone else in the galaxy, so get out of here.
He's eye on something.
What?
License?
An unlicensed weapon of this caliber gets you 2-click minimum.
We'd appreciate an interview.
Out of the way, boys. We're going up. So tell me about the Hobobo race.
The Hobobo are very close with their emotion. They also enjoy being suspected. To help someone, to have someone owe them a marca, sign of status in their culture. They're also masters of manipulating others' emotions.
Wait here. Gentlemen.
Captain Boone and houseboy. Speak.
I'm interested in a stolen transport smuggling worthless ore. Aliens with UV nervous systems. Dead prisoners. You've got ears. Over 6, I hear. In places I don't even care to imagine. I'm wondering if anything's bounced off them lately.
Did you know that I studied a year of human metaphysics, Captain? My favorite concept was the elastic responsibility of evil. Example. A soldier commits a war crime, but is under orders. Is he guilty? Or is the giver of those orders the guilty party? Even if he also has supervisors? And what of the system where supervisors only serve? A system without faces. What guilt does all of mankind share for allowing such a system to exist? Where does guilt end or begin? When a prisoner dies in captivity, are we not all guilty, all connected, Captain?
That transport in quarantine is registered to one of your companies.
And reported stolen a year ago. I trust it shall be returned soon. Spare yourself the effort, Gracker. You'll get no emotional readings off me.
I enjoy the exercise. Soluthian flute sword.
Handmade.
May I?
Impressive.
I've yet to meet the opponent that could beat me.
You have not yet met me. How was your wife, Captain Boone? Ah, yes, she did leave you, didn't she? Back to Earth? Knowledge is wealth, Captain. And I am a very rich man. You're good. Who is your master?
I am self-taught.
Remarkable.
Makukata. You are a creature so low, I owe nothing to your house.
You'd better leave, Mr. Boone. Now!
Another time, Isiko.
Did I say it right?
The lowest possible insult in Isiko's culture. Combined with my attack, lowered his mental guard momentarily.
What did you sense?
Fear. Insulated, but it was there. Fear that we are getting close.
To his transport, probably. Chernal still has it in quarantine. As long as it's there, he can't get to it.
Tried to read my mind.
Did you keep what we know from him?
Yes. But it was easy since we know nothing.
Hey, Cap, this is ready and waiting.
What's up, Cap?
She's all gassed up. Magnetic start units warm.
Ready for a quick getaway.
The lawyers have to return Isiko's ship by tomorrow. So if we're gonna solve this thing, we gotta do it now. Isiko's ship's dirty. We missed something. I wanna go back up and check it out.
Let's go, boss. Hey, Zylan, maybe after we get out of light speed, you can read some poetry to me.
Ringer, what are you doing?
Captain, in your absence, I have updated the ship's command and control systems to regulation specs.
You did what? Let me tell you something, Ringer. You don't touch anything on this ship without my or Doc's approval. You understand me? And we know it's not up to spec. We like it that way. It works for us. Now, you got any other improvements you want to share with us?
Hey, Boone, look at this. This guy's pulled up my personal file. My medical file. What the hell is going on here?
It is important, as part of my personal programming, that each crew
Your
member...
basic program allows you the opportunity to pull up my personal medical files? No, pal, I don't think so. I want access to that program right now.
It is classified.
It's classified.
Your basic program is classified, Ringer. Isn't that a little unusual? What's the access code?
I couldn't say.
Why, you little sack of diodes.
This guy's not as smart as he thinks he is.
What'd you just punch in?
My father's personal code. You don't get higher clearance than a general.
I don't believe this. Is this true, Ringer?
It is an operating plan.
What's wrong?
According to his basic programming, our talented little metal friend here wasn't just sent to help us make coffee. He's supposed to be paving the way to replace us with droids. That's why he's so interested in our personnel files. They've got all our weaknesses.
What? Twice.
How can they do that? Well, can they really take our jobs? They're gonna send us off like war and magnetic coils?
The work of the Space Rangers is too dangerous for humans.
I'm not asking you, Ringer.
Easy, Jojo.
Well, maybe the droid is smarter. Maybe he's tougher, quicker. Maybe we're all getting old. Maybe I've been hit so many times by so many space dweebs, I'm punch stupid, but it's my job, Boone. And don't you think I'm giving it up to some wind-up toy without a fight.
Jojo, we're all in this together.
Oh, and what the hell do you know about it? Mr. Son of a Central Big Shot, you'll land on your feet, but what about us? I mean, this job... Forget it.
You know something, boss? The big blonde is right on the money. This is like a heap of steaming koalas. This is a...
Wait a minute, Kincaid is right. We're in this together. We'll fight it, but we'll fight it later. Right now, my main concern is that transport.
You are cleared for launch.
Captain, we've just received clearance for launch.
All right, let's go.
Let me just have a piece of...
That's not going to do anything right now. We may need him later, but we're going to need him running.
Would you like to explain this transmit from Captain Boone? According to the droid's coded files, droids are supposed to replace all human ranger crews eventually. That was your plan all along, wasn't it?
It's obvious, isn't it? Do we care for some tea?
You lied about the droid's testing reports. You're pushing for an entirely automated ranger force.
I exaggerated. I didn't lie. But Boone and the others must have seen it coming. They are misfits, uncontrollable. Besides, I'm engaging in the most civilized pursuit possible. The saving of human lives.
And what about me? Is there a droid with my name on it?
Not yet.
Weiss, you're wrong about my people. Droids may work on factory floors or behind desks, but out there where conditions change so fast, what's needed isn't some wind-up brain. It's a misfit with an imagination. And I'm not going to let that change.
We'll see.
Yes. We will.
Paging Ranger Alvey.
We still clean, Jojo?
As long as the shrouder holds.
Docking maneuver initiated. Docking in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Clear. Hey, boss, these UVs are jumping off the scale. Our friend Bashan's got to be real close. What the hell we're looking for? Our guys have been all over this tub already.
Call it a hunch, Doc.
I don't know. I don't see anything.
Yours is clean.
Ah, what do you know? Hey, boss, on my old arm. I figured it was shrapnel.
What's this?
Looks like somebody didn't get all the evidence swept under the rug.
Yeah, no kidding. What are these bins made of? Doc, give me a piece of this.
unusual construction method for an ore bin.
We weren't seeing the forest for the trees. It's not in the ore, it's in the ore bins.
XJ, built into the bin's construction.
Must be tons of it in here, boss.
Yeah, enough to get half the people on Fort Hope hooked.
Captain, I feel danger.
Take charge. I am Mobile Ranger Unit number 162. You cannot escape me. I am authorized to accept your surrender. I have no other recourse. So many pieces, so much to ask. I never trained for this. I am Encephalitic Flagship Ranger Mobile Unit 1. I never trained. I am not trained to function in this way. Would you like your coffee flag? Never train.
Of XJ on that transport. And Issigel could have turned it all loose on our sector if you hadn't stopped him.
But I don't actually get Issigel, though, do I?
Oh, John, nobody wants Issigel more than I do, but I don't know how we can get him this time. He reported that transport stolen. That leaves us with no proof. I almost liked him.
Yeah, but he couldn't handle surprises.
Yeah, I'll miss him.
It seems obvious to me that droids can't replace humans this far out in the frontier. I mean, the improvisation, you know, to make a leap of faith. Machines can't do that, can they, Wise?
At least till we build a better one.
What a motley crew. Come on.
Speak for yourself, boss.
Oh, a bag of bolts speaks here.
And speaks and speaks.
Too many pieces. Humans are not allowed to dance in this parade. The A-12 flight simulator has the largest breasts in the universe.
Training people. My circus hurts. I did not know my circus would hurt. I am not designed to be your personal servant, Colonel Weiss.
In the heat of passion, a fatal attraction could